don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. Yeah, call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us? No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Big stop. Regular. Check 24.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Aguilar has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
A very solid gain of 27. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
He's coming, double up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They run. Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
They'll try the left side. Swift, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Pilot, 64, reach.
Jam. Alert flare. Alert. My God.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Shifts by him. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, 89 yards. As his guys are able to... Now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert.
They run the counter. Swift, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's into the clear. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 71 yards as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
The 36-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Sponge! Real.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38.
Regular. Check nickel. He's cracked.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 33-yard line.
Alert! Hey, alert! Hey, exit. You got tight right there. Big time.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield going right back to Beckham here, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Hurry! Watch the safety creep. Check it back.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
15 more yards. That's another.
These two teams all tied after 1.
1st down and goal to go.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check out route. Point it right.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
They can't see us.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. Check three.
They'll try the left side. Swift, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 33.
This is Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Lucky. Watch out.
To throw, it's Allen. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Under crush. Check safety. Watch the motion. Pass 85. Mike 5-4.
Now Allen on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Safety's creeping. Check 4, check 4. Tight dog, tight dog. King.
A first down carry for Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check tight end, check. Real. Check tight. Check. Crunch. Under 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Don't get nervous. Rush in. Hurry. Check 99.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Safe. Hey, alert 3.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 31. Slam. Check 37. Hey, alert.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Come on, let's go. Check. Hurry.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Hey, defense. Hey, defense.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. And Elliott puts this one through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Protect. 20. 51. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Give me that ball, defense. Kings, Kings, Kings. Give me that ball, defense. Check, check.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
They'll go to Barkley again. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Run, run, run. Kill, kill. Check. 6 down. Check 6 down. Hurry. Motion.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
51. It's going to be a long day. Pistol. Be a long day. Out. 22 jet bomber. Spot.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half,
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The throw over the middle, taken in. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And the Bills first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got it.
escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Alert, alert, alert.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try. Put the football in one.
Ed Oliver made the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
180. Up. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Alert. Push him back. Run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Come get some. He don't want it.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Stop your whining. Regular. Tighten up. Check your hot read. 80 weapons. Hey, alert 33. Hey, Charlie. Stop.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Good. 180. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Mayfield finding Beckham, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Allen. His throw incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Allen completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
King! Pistol. General West!
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen now, throwing again. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 63 yards. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen it?